Hello Internet and welcome to Pretty Poor Gamers, top 5 games that need a break. I am incredibly ill and incredibly stuffy and I've just moved into a new place, but nonetheless it's time for a top 5. Note that I said break and not end, so Sonic will not be on this list, as it is a series that has run its course. There's no chance of revival. Sorry Sonic. These are the series, for whatever reason, have grown tired. While there's still some potential, it needs a break to find that spark again. So, without further ado, let's get this list going. Starting this list off at number 5, it's Mario. Mario and gaming are synonymous with each other. Nintendo's mascot has served the company well. Its standard and quality of gameplay and presentation are unparalleled. So what's it doing on the list? Every year we see a Mario game, and every year it's the same formula. If it wasn't for games like Galaxy and Sunshine, it would be much higher on the list. Sort of think of Mario like your hot ex. They say they will change, and you take them back. They look even better than before, but deep down, it's the same person underneath. The same boring, mechanical person underneath. And that's why it's got a spot at number 5. At number 4, it's Final Fantasy. Straight off the mark, let's get one thing straight. I love Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. My favorite series of all time, in fact, particularly on the PlayStation 1 era games. But Square Enix, it's time to give your savior and now cash cow a break. 10 was good, and while I never played it, apparently 11 was great, though it never should have got a Roman numeral in my opinion. 12 was like an offline MMORPG with a complex story. 13 was a mess, 13-2 was good-ish, and Lightning Returns was abysmal. 14 was broken at launch, and 15 is, in many gamers' opinion, their last chance at redemption with the series. It looks good, and I have played it, and it does play very well. All I'm saying is Square, release 15, then take a break, make 7 and reflect on what makes a good Final Fantasy game and come back stronger. You're better than the Square. Don't have another 13 situation, you'll lose more fans that way. At number 3, it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty was an average shooter in its early days, mainly focusing on World War II. It wasn't until Modern Warfare where it came into its own. Selling by the truckload, it established itself as a main player in the video game industry. Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2 were also great, but from there the series stagnated, and each subsequent game in the series never really innovated or pushed it forward. Ghosts was shoddy with such a terrible single player campaign, clearly just tacked on at the end. Advanced Warfare was promising, but was just a new dress on an old lady, and the response seemed to be Black Ops 3, which, to be fair, looks good, but we know it's not going to innovate or push the games any further than it already has. This is a series with no identity now, and subsequently needs to come out of service for a bit, before continuing on. At number 2, it's the original zombie game. I've never personally been a fan of the series, but I can appreciate people who are. Resident Evil is one of those games that just work, especially on the PlayStation 1 days with the technology it had. Its fixed cameras and pre-rendered backgrounds made for a chilling atmosphere. Resident Evil then continued to win fans over, especially with Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. It was very highly rated, and even I recommend playing it. From there though, the series strayed. Resident Evil 5 was more action and less survival, and the continuous reboots and spin-offs have been lackluster and unappealing at best. Resident Evil is now very much like the enemies in the game, a shell of itself, going along losing bits of its original self. Resident Evil definitely needs a break. While zombies aren't as popular, if they take a break, they can revive the genre again. This was why it earns a spot number 2. Taking the number 1 spot, and no surprise, is Assassin's Creed. What a game the first one was. It was a little repetitive, yes, but gorgeous to look at, and a breath of fresh air. The story was great, and the games improved on one another. That is until Brotherhood. After that great game, the series started churning out like a factory, with each one just a new location with no advancement on the gameplay. Yes, Black Flag was good, but sea battles are only a novelty. Ubisoft have lost their way, flooding the market to the point where the story makes no sense. The spin-offs look strange, and the newest game, Syndicate, looks like the same game except in London. And you can play as a female as well. The game series has certainly lost its soul, and the assassins need to go into hiding for a bit before making another game. Victorian London is what a lot of people were wanting, but I feel we are going to be left with a sour taste in our mouths, especially the fans of the series, as they complete this game and then straight away spend their money on the next very average Assassin's game, which will probably be in the future with DLC needing to be mandatory to complete the game. Anyway, that's the list. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more. I have been Pretty Pro Gamer, and I will see you guys later.